been in a gang or you know anything about gangs outside of just, you know, battle rap shit, you can't call no Crip no C-Rap. You know what I'm saying? And then Sweet, even in the battle, it's like, hold on, G, we gotta talk about this afterwards.
Yeah, that's
You
why
know,
she
you
did it.
paint the town red, nigga. Oh, she was
Yeah.
going crazy.
Yeah,
Oh, nigga, you only act hard in LA, and it was too much for me fam. I gotta be honest with you. Jazz 2-1 might be a 30 on the rewatch.
might be a 30 on the rewatch. Yeah, it was a whole for me. I think it was more live. Her going second or her going first kind of did her because it felt like I could see what you're saying in her second, but he kind of made me forget about her second. That's the craziest part. Him going second and talking to her like that was like, he got this round too. But I did give her a nice round. Like she had a fire round in the second and in the third. Like she got the third. But because I'm not too fond of the tickle bars, but the second he won't, that's not, that was like, yeah, soul talk. He was talking crazy to that girl in the second, to me.
To me, she was talking to his soul.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
she was talking to him, yeah, but then it's like sometimes with jazz, she rather making it to a bar, and the reference don't match what she was just talking about for me, so it throw it off. And I'm like, okay, so
Name one
that's
time she did that in this battle
no every
at all. Any
almost
round.
almost every single time she kept doing it for me. Like I said, she's talking about a subject, but then the reference of her bar throws me off for some reason. Like that doesn't have really nothing to do. Like she's trying to make everything a punchline, which is cool, but it's not as direct as I is what Geechi's doing. He's not. He's making the talk to a punchline, not a punchline out of talking to. I don't know. It's different. But every
No,
time you got to go back
I
and
get
hear
what
what
you're
I'm saying.
saying.
You got to hear what I'm
It
saying when
don't.
you go back and listen to her actual bars. Like she kept doing it. It's not like one bar. I'm like, just kept throwing me off a little bit. The reference, but you said 3-0 or 2-1, Jazz. How you call it, Mel?
Yeah,
Pull up.
2-1 Jack.
First and second. That's what I'm saying. It was hard for her to get around that first and second with him going second. And then he's
Shit, I
starting off
really
with a
think
little
she
rebuttal.
edged the first. But to be honest with you, I gave them both an 8.1 in the first. But if I was gonna edge somebody, I edge her. If somebody wanna argue for Geechi, I won't argue against them. But that second and that third, I don't think Geechi had it, man. He killed them with that. You always talking about some. What you know about being 8 year old? And shit, nothing, nigga. I was playing with glue on my hands and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit hit. Even though I was in the streets at 8, you know what I'm saying? It's like motherfuckers supposed to be kids at 8, man.
The third round, like I definitely like she was doing in the third. She turned up every round to me too. I like what she was doing in the second, but I like even more what she was doing in the third. So she was super direct talking to him. I like that. She was fighting back. But
We agree with that 100%. She got better as the battle went along. I agree.
yeah.
The fact, both of y'all have a point about the second round. But Ranks, when you're being creative, she was doing that more. I give you. But as far as you say, the reference kind of throw off. But at the same time, the build up is never lackluster for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the build up be crazy. I've been thinking she about to go really heavy with the punch, but then it's a reference that throw me off a little bit.
I see what both of y'all are saying.
But but he followed all the way through with his punch, so he's actually hitting harder for me. You know what I'm saying? It's hitting harder for me. What he's doing.
How you have a problem with Kansas City and you supposed to be a chief? Man, hold on. Hold the fuck on, Jazz.
Of course, it's all first watch. Of course, it's all first watch. Of course, all first watch. I'm gonna give it a better shake before This it was a good one though. It was a good one. I'm glad somebody else said jazz. Somebody in Herb said jazz too, second and third. Yeah.
Yeah, I still got it.
No, I like the battle. Jazz was boring. Geechi was boring. See, B-Ray like the battle. I like the battle. Y'all make sure y'all like the video.
What round you give Geechi, Prue?
Oh, the first. I edged him the first.
Oh, so we on the same wavelength there. I got you.
Yeah, that's why I say I could argue both sides. I see what both they are angles.
So the second, how you call the second? Clear for Jazz or debatable?
You know, that's debatable, right? So up to right now, I'm still reminiscing, like, for real. I guess she was talking to her, but she was being so creative, right?
Oh yeah. She outperformed them too, for sure.
Even for the reference was, even though the haymaker wasn't as impactful as the build-up, but at the same time, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yes.
Excellent. Like a top, you know what I mean? But you're expecting a haymaker, but she's talking to him,
right?
Even though she's had bars, but she's switching it up sometimes. It's not a haymaker; it's just talk to.
Yeah. So I'd rather her not even put a reference right there, like a setup reference point right there. I'd rather her just talk it through then if you ain't gonna pit up, because it's already kind of fire. Like the lead up is fire. Just end it with that whatever story you're talking about. I don't know. It was throwing me off. It still did. I'm not, because she can write good. Even the bar is still nice, but it doesn't really match what she was saying for me, and that like it's not as heavy as what Geechi was doing. Dang, I wish I wrote the bars down, man. I'm just getting off work. I wish I wrote the bars down, but if I sit here long enough, I'll freaking come up with it. I know that second he was going crazy.
Yeah, no, his second he was going hard. I ain't gonna jack. He was coming with the Bardashian angle, with the Bardashian stuff. Her face, you can see it on her face.
I
know just on his face when she was spitting.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? They was both kind of you know what I'm saying, hitting each other where it hurt and shit. Which is, I'm not gonna sit up here and act like Jazz just body Geechi, because that's not what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just. The Bardashian angle to me was the hardest part of Geechi whole entire battle, first, second, or third, and it wasn't enough to me for me to give him that round. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it was, man. The second round he did good. He did good the first and second round. So if you got it win first, the second, you know what I'm saying? That's
even
your
in the second round, I remember putting 2 fingers up. I was like, do he need one more or 2 more?
That operator angle and the reference. That hit, though, Mill. The reference about your operator. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He missed. He didn't miss in the second, bro. He missed.
One of the problems I got with Geechi, normally, and he did it a lot. Like, you don't have to rhyme per se, but his cadence was off, his delivery was off. Like, I don't know what the fuck was up with Geechi up there. You know what I'm saying? The shit just wasn't flowing together at all. Even bitch, you a dispatcher. Like, you know how motherfuckers are usually be like, oh, you's a bitch. Ooh, you's a bitch. That shit was all jarbled together. And the shit, I don't know, he was fucking it up to me. Like, he could have said it more fire.
Right. I ain't really noticed. I thought they both had a problem with that crowd kind of not really knowing what was going on. But
yeah, the crowd was all day, bro.
Yeah, the crowd not reacting on time, so it's throwing everybody that I heard off a little bit. So I did hear that. I mean, even for her too, she didn't seem like go some pace. Sometimes they didn't give her no reaction at all. Like, y'all can't go from reacting to no reaction. You just can't do that for their pace. You gotta at least help her keep her momentum. I'm not saying gas, but you gotta give her a reaction. She kind of get thrown off like, what? Like, nah, man. But she deserved that reaction too. They're just not quite knowing where she's going.
Salute to Jazz for
fighting. I saw both
though,
of them do that. Oh yeah, Jazz definitely was fighting. That's what I'm saying. I don't know, man.
This whole battle, like first round I had 8 for Jazz, smooth 8. Gotti 8.1
tonight.
Second round
was clean and fight.
Jazz 8.1.
Clean too. But the crowd was throwing them off. I see what Milwaukee talking about though. Go ahead, Jill. My fault.
That's all good. Okay. Point ones, man. Like first round 8, Jazz, Gotti 8.1. Second round, Jazz 8.1, Gotti 8.2. Like it's very like Milwaukee said. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not mad. Like this is so close that it could go either way. Even Brody said it. Everybody agrees. It's like that close. You know what I'm saying? Third, Jazz maintained. Bars was nice. Was consistent, direct. Geechi, I don't know what's going on. Maybe
I think he's trying to jump into his like rebuttal bag, like yo, let me just do a little bit of A-Ward, like DNA things, like and then it just kind of took away from his round. I gave him a 7.8. I don't even think I ever gave Geechi a 7.8. I was surprised with that. So I got Geechi with the first and second, Jazz definitely the third, right. But every round is 0.1. Right. So
if you put all the scores together, Jazz will probably still win that, right? Because if he only edged the first and second by just a little bit, and then she clearly got the third for me even too. So that's what's kind of like want to make you kind of give it a battle too. But if you just break it all the way down, I told you if she rapped second, it would have been totally different. The way her last round was like that's an ending round of the whole thing. Like that would have been crazy at the end of the battle.
And you ain't never lied, Rankins. And the crazy part about it is, I don't know what he would have rapped about in the third, because I still think the nigga was freestyling. You know what I'm saying? Which you give him credit for it. But if she would have went second, she probably would have won every round, G. Yeah. Including the first.
I would have. No. The second. I think he still might have got the first, but the second I think would have stood out a little bit more, and then the third would have just been so crazy that the battle would have looked lopsided. Like a 2-1.
The only reason I'm really saying that is the rewatch. Listen to the rebuttals on the rewatch. My fault, Prudy. Go ahead.
All right. No, we're saying I think her winning first is great because Geechi had to maintain it, bro. That's why we're having this close, debatable conversation right now. Like it was like look, basically we're saying in the third, look, he gave it up, but she held it all the way right to the third. Every round. So basically,
but look, you know Prudy, but look, she went first, but it looked like she was fighting back the whole time. Right? Right or wrong?
Wow.
See how that's making it look like overall Geechi won the battle? Because she actually went first. But if the battle was switched around, it wouldn't have looked like that. Because the first was just kind of light for me. Her lightest round. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So that would have looked better second, and then how heavy that second was, it would have been nice because it looked like he would have had the momentum in his second, and then she would have took it. I think her second was enough to take the momentum, and then when she would have ended with that third, it was just like what he would have even said in the third, like Milwaukee said, like what was his round would have been. It would have had to be his regular round, his actual round. And some people gonna probably say that he probably touched on the dispatcher stuff too long. 2 rounds of that. That was a lot, but I still
right?
Yeah.
Hey, salute to Jazz. Not to cut y'all off, but second for maintaining the job of your bars, bro.
And Gio, the way like we judge battle rap with the performance, yeah, Geechi held in there with the talk to and with the angle, but Jazz was giving us presence, crowd control, pace.
Oh yeah, that's a great.
That's what I was looking at. Whole overall thing. I hear with the momentum from the crowd, but the overall performance and presentation of what she did, yeah, that stood out for me though.
I agree. I even agree on that point too.
LA shit in the second, she wasn't just saying like, because everybody can say to Geechi like, yo, when you're at home, you're comfortable, blah blah blah, you're with your boys, but the way she lyrically broke that shit down, I like that.
Yeah.
And then he came back with the Bardashian stuff. So it was in the second, it was nice because they were both hitting those, you had to be creative with those angles. You can't just say that shit.
Yeah.
She was real creative this battle, man.
Yeah.
Like even when.
But he went too.
He took his slogan in the first and second, and then brought it around in the third. Like that's the interrogation room.
Man, that was crazy. That was crazy.
You realize
that was one of the heaviest bars for her.
She different, man. For real. She's one of them,
But
bro.
yeah, she was definitely she was one. I agree, Prudy, that her performance was better because it felt like she's fighting back, like I said, the whole time, and she's keeping her composure. And then even on defense,
why get from what you say we can't base from the crowd though, right? So just from what we see.
No. Her performance is gonna be based off the crowd. You know what I'm saying? if I'm adding into what she's doing in her performance, of course that's got to be based on the crowd. Yes, the acting part of it, but how you handling the crowd, for me, is part of your performance. So yes, the crowd's involved in that portion, and like I said, the crowd not really rocking with her, or she's fighting back, making her performance even that more better because she's keeping it smooth. She ain't letting that bother her. You know what I'm saying? And she's
going first.
everything like whatever she practiced, I'm gonna touch him right here. I'm gonna act like his mama right here. Like everything's flowing perfect. So I like her performance was definitely A1. I think she edged him in the performance. His performance was good too, but I gave her the edge of performance on first watch. Creativity in the
Gio,
pen.
could you drop the link to the
Discord.
to the joint in the what's the name Zoolander? Come on, come up here, man. You say we can't quote bars, but we got the nerve to rate rounds. You could pop up here and say what you got to say.
But that's
you feel me?
What, see, he's so used to. He's so used.
Drop the link, man. Y'all got something to say? Come up here and say it. You heard? We do this a lot. We know what we doing. This ain't new.
Yeah, right. And he just the
we not finna quote every bar from every round, fam. That's not what we do here.
No. And people who do that, I you know what I'm saying? You over here, we look at them kind of iffy because there's more aspects than just bars. So yeah, I can sit there and write all the bars down and quote them back. What does that mean? But we got the feel of it, and we are actually quoting what they're saying. We're just not verbatimly saying it because we didn't got them written down. But we're telling y'all what happened in the battle if you listening. You know what I'm saying?
Like he said, it's more than one. It's more bars. Even though we hold bars above most, it's cadence. You know what I'm saying? It's delivery. It's stage presence. It's intangibles. It's so many things. Yeah. If you're watching a battle that you have to pay attention to, you understand what I'm saying? It's not all about quoting what they said. What about how they said it? What about the feeling that you got when they said it? All of those things.
First, going second, all that.
What's wrong with these people, man?
She was flowing, man. She was flowing up there, Jill. She was flowing, Jill.
Oh yeah, she
was flowing, man.
Her delivery was fire.
She looked like the big sis out of the Bardashians thing. You know what I mean?
Take a bar and with the slow tempo of saying, like you said, Milwaukee, the way she say it, and then speed up back with that aggressive voice. Geechi, on the other hand, didn't do it like that. He just give you that Geechi talk. You know what I mean?
Why did he fade off in the third? Like at the end of his third, even his outro usually with our smacks it. All right, everybody that's coming out.
You already know. We working.
Because he was talking about a 10 being on the wall. She killed that nigga like, nigga Geechi from the South. Nigga Gotti from New York.
Come on, Zoolander, man, respond. Zoolander, man. Damn, don't stop commenting. I want to see him respond. Come on, Zoolander. Ain't nobody gonna hurt you over here. Just talk. And we try to figure out if I said, oh, the scheme, Geechi's hair scheme, the frontal and all that. Like if I'm start saying the actual bars, what is that actually doing? I'm trying to figure that out. We can start saying bars that we remember, but what does that mean?
Shout out Tatted Teflon, yeah, man. Y'all go ahead and subscribe. We trying to hit 4K over here, you heard?
I'm trying to figure that part out.
Texas in the field.
Yeah, because I'm sure Milwaukee know bars. I'm sure Prudy know some bars and remember some bars. Gio know bars from the battle. I know I do, but I just don't feel like quoting them because it doesn't even.
Yeah, come on, really man. We know bars over here, man. We do this. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? But it's not all about bars. If you a battle rap fan, you understand that. Especially if you like Geechi, y'all, all that every fucking bar shit, man. A lot of that shit be super light.
Yeah, it was.
And one of the hottest bars of the battle was when she said, he a kid, he can't say every fucking bars, but I bring the F in, fuck them kids. Nigga, that shit was fire.
Yeah, it was.
She was going crazy, G.
Yeah, that was fine. I ain't like the bar, but you know.
I already know, because you was like, protect the kids. I said, this nigga Rake is crazy.
Yeah, I don't like those type of bars, but yeah.
Man, y'all know we love the kids over here, man. We love the children,
man. 2-1. Either way. Can I say that?
like we said, man, she aggression and being aggressive compared to being poised up there. Man, stop playing with the other with
Stop playing with Jazz. I mean, so I hope Twerk talking about Twerk talking about Geechi is Mook. Geechi is okay. Don't disrespect Jazz. If Geechi's that, this battle should show you that Jazz is God tier over there in the female. Stop playing with her. Y'all go put respect on that girl, that lady's name. Stop playing. And we don't even know if she's taking care of her mama or not. That's why that tickle bar angle he had in the third, that type of stuff don't hit him.
I don't know if she actually stayed with her parents either. Like that.
Yeah,
that whole
that type of stuff. I don't care if somebody stay with their parents. Oh, Rankins, you must stay with your parents. But if I did, it don't matter. Some people take care of their parents. Jazz, trash. I know bars too.
That whole third flop for me.
Jazz was alright. Jazz was good. Actually, she was fine.
Hey, Tony Skrilla, all you gotta do is scroll up a little bit. The Discord link in there. You can pop up in here too. Jazz was trash. Woo woo woo. We hear you.
No, I won't.
Let's hear your side of the story though. What you talking about? You know bars too. Come on with it. You heard?
Right. You can't say Jazz was trash and then I know bars too because her bars was actually fire. So you can't be quoting her bars and then if you know the bars and gonna quote them, you're gonna be quoting fire stuff.
Yeah, even if you ain't a Jazz.
So that don't even match Jazz was trash. Oh, I know bars. Like, no, that ain't gonna match this battle.
You don't have to be a Jazz fan. You still respect her bars. She's been writing bars since Leading the Rain. Like for her first battle, she's lyrical, man.
I just don't.
Now you saying Gucci was ass too. I can't even say that. I can't say Gucci was ass. Geechi was ass this battle. He definitely had some shit. He came with some shit.
Crazy. This second was crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, it was. To me, it just wasn't enough.
It's crazy. I said, ooh, I was like, leave him alone. Leave him alone, Geechi.
Right.
You know the battle. You know it's crazy if I'm saying that. It took a long time for me to say that. Like, I was trying to give him time. Like, he got one more or two more? Just give me three more. And then after that, it's still going like, destroyed this girl. Dang. See, I'll watch it the other way around on the rewatch by myself. I just watch it backwards. Like I said, I gotta watch the battles of the rounds individually, like that. I try to.
Bro, because like when you see Jazz and Surf right on YouTube or maybe Caffeine, people are like, yo, why is Jazz always with Surf? Blah blah blah. Everybody's like, yo, like they together, whatever. Battle rap community, we're just like, yo, that's bro, that's little sis. I don't even know.
I know.
Some people thought they might have been together.
Right. And then he said it. When he said it like that, he said, y'all said, ooh, because y'all thought about it. I'm like, just see them. Right. That's why I said, Geechi know what to say. He knows what the fans is thinking. That's what's making him fire or hot. He hot right now because he actually know what the fans be wanting. He knows. And I tried to tell the other fan, like, he going to touch on everything. I didn't know he was really make whole angles out of him like this. So that's why he took her extra serious. He got drawn out angles like he was really trying to kill him.
He told her, yo, you had to wave in your mouth like hot food. Like, just little bars like that after breaking down a little scheme that we might all be thinking. You know, he's Surf Jazz, you know, shit. And he's like, oh, you had to wave in your mouth like hot food. Like, it's just a direct one line. What?
That's why I'm saying lines like that is more heavy because it goes with what he's setting it up with. The bar might not be by itself. Like you put the bar on paper, you say Jazz in bar was better. But all together, Jazz setup is just as good as his. And then he ended with a maybe whatever you want to call it, but that's following through with what he was talking about. And she's just switching the subject. But that's cool. You can rap like that. That's a way of rapping. I'm not mad at that.
But he's not.
It's just not as heavy.
That part though, right?
I mean, that's what he does.
He didn't do that for every talk to. Like you say, it's hit or miss. And he's repeating the same angle with different views.
No, I ain't see no hit or miss. He ain't missing the second. The third was definitely missed because it was tickle bar. It's like he went. It was too long, drawn out, and it wasn't hit. The other one was drawn out too, the Bardessian, but it was like thought to it. Oh, okay, witty.
Yeah, the Bardashian shit made a lot of sense.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
making
It was
Jazz look super crazy.
Right. It was witty. He could draw that one out. That was fine. But the other one drawn out, her parents swinging in the air. You can't talk, hold it down like you're just joking on her. That's cool. But people today you're gonna like it. Tomorrow you're not. I told you how tickle bars is. So it's just I've been working all day on my feet. And it ain't hit for me. Maybe tomorrow I'll laugh at him a little bit more. He still made me laugh though. I ain't gonna lie. It was tickle bars. He did good, but nah, I won't feeling that type of bars. Yes. I told you Jazz got smoked. PR. And the crazy part about that, you can't say smoke because you gotta give it a third. It's no way if anybody give Geechi that third.
BR don't like women. I mean, he like women, not like that, but you know what I mean. He don't like women battle rappers, man.
Right. Salute to you too, chunk. I make sure y'all pull up on BR. Did you check it out? Y'all run down the other battles for me that y'all did see, if y'all don't mind, sirs. Can y'all run down the other battles that y'all see, starting with the Vixen and Tay Rock?
That's the only other battle that I actually saw, and I gave that to Vixen. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Body Gang. Shout out Milwaukee.
That sounded
man,
biased.
Come on, Vixen was
biased.
going crazy.
That was walking.
Vixen first and third, man.
It sounded biased. I ain't gonna lie.
But you know I keep it real when I'm being biased. I ain't got no problem with man. Come on, this is a not fully black woman. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't owe her nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So let's just put it like that. She beat Tay Rock, man.
Nice to be
in the first round tied though.
Nah, Billy.
I'm not saying it's not debatable.
We don't know what
I gave it to her 2-1.
Yeah, you ain't listening. You're not listening to what they saying. Then Billy, because they saying she won the battle. They got Jazz. I got Geechi, but I said even I can admit she was definitely doing good all 3 rounds. She turned up every round. She did good all rounds. So she was definitely doing her thing. Who besides me think official beat DNA? Nah, just you. Well, I don't know. Let me hear the people. Just you. I was listening to that back and forth at work, but I ain't get a chance.
I only caught the last round of that, and it sounded like DNA was putting the nail in the coffin.
I heard KCJ smoke Verb. I knew that could happen. I should have picked her. I made a disclaimer though. I made sure I said, yeah, she can definitely beat her, and all the fans are gonna say she won. But I don't know. Verb might talk different to her. I was pulling for Verb. She smoked.
Verb's trying to do this cocaine Billy business, and it's like I thought it was like a new character or something. I thought he was gonna go back to when he was rapping even a guardian angel's ducking. Like, is he going back to the old Verb, like this new cocaine Johnny? And it was whack. He just slowed down his cadence. All it was the freaking beating Verb with slow rhymes.
It was slow for real. For real, he slowed it down, Gio. I gotta see it.
What did he say his new name was? Milwaukee? Cocaine Beasley?
Yeah, Beasley.
Man, I hope not.
That's what he said, bro. Like, this is new Verb. He said, yo, this is a new Verb. It's Cocaine Beasley. Refer to me as And then the bars were slow. The cadence was slower. So I'm like, are we going back to old Verb? What are we doing, bro?
Nah, they ain't doing that. How you get booed in his first line? Nah, see, they was hating on him then.
Oh, this is hate, Smack. Stop looking at Smack.
Nah, that is hate. That is hate, but I mean, he usually raps through it.
But you see what Yoshi did though, Rankins. The hate was there, and she fought through it. Fight right away. Verb, Smack.
No, Verb a vet. He not supposed to let that shit get to him. He been on the road his whole career, so that shit ain't supposed to be up on him like that.
I mean,
but Yoshi was fighting back
in the crowd. In the crowd. Oh, Yoshi was fighting.
She crowds. She said some stuff. Kissing cousins. I'm in the South. Everyone's like, nah, boo. What are you talking about? So, I'm sorry, y'all. Maybe that was over the top. It was like 3 minutes of like 8. And she fought through. She's like, all right, I'm sorry, y'all. That was over the top. But, you know, as a rookie, compared to Verb, to see her deal with the you know what I mean, with the crowd, like, I was impressed. She could have gave up. I know QP's mad as hell tonight.
I don't know the comments. Some people in the comments saying but ain't none of y'all though. I believe y'all. I think Yoshi did good too. I ain't even see it, but some of these people saying she got smoked. Why y'all hating on Yoshi?
Yeah, it was weird because in the beginning of her rounds, it was nice. She went second, so she rebutted in the second. She rebutted the Jesus angle nicely. People pulling on her shirt, pulling her hair, and shit. No, talk, go crazy. Then the round got dry. So I'm like, how do you start off fire rebuttal and then kind of die off? You know what I mean? Third, same thing. Like she kind of, started off strong, then kind of like went off. So I'm like, damn. Like she was hanging around, but she just dried herself out. You know what I mean? Like that's not good for her. But she learned tonight. I guarantee she learned a lot of stuff tonight. You could be rebuttaling fire at one moment and then be getting booed the next moment. So you got to control, like, what are you doing, what are you doing. You know what I mean? You got to control all that.
You know, it's the pace. It's the pace. I told you the main thing on a big stage that they don't really say, oh, you got to be up there. That's just pacing yourself. Making sure that transition from one bar to the next. And that's not as easier said than done. So that's why they say you got to be there. But I can still see the problem. It is the pace. And if you practice if you know that before you get up there, I think it will help. Just, okay, what I'm going to do after the crowd do this. Or if they react early. Or, you know what I'm saying? You got to practice that part. Because it's just a transition in this. When somebody like Charlie Clips, he don't let it bother him. He'll talk right over it. Like his cadence is here, command the room cadence alone. So it's too easy for him to do that in a big room. Somebody like her, you can't hear what she's saying if she just go into the next bar. So I can see how you can lose her in the mix. Her delivery, her pace is just off, even if she's in a little room. So of course it's a big stage, but you can pinpoint it. You can pinpoint what she got to work on. I didn't even see the battle, but
Bro, I noticed in battle rap too. It's like you just say it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain parts of your round or whatever you're rapping, you don't have the beat to hide behind. You don't have 5 other MCs with interjections. If you mess up a little bit, you can kind of just hide behind it. You know what I mean? It's just you, acapella, crowd, bars. Like you really gotta pay attention to detail as an MC. You play a beat and then say, yeah, we can just flow on it, whatever. But like that's why I love battle rap because it's so, it concentrates on the bars, concentrates on like that moment of how you transition from one scheme to the next, one bar to the next one.
Mm-hmm. If you got a clean enough pace, the crowd will have no other choice but to follow you. You know what I'm saying? You can take over.
Right.
I told you, if you talk over the crowd, if you don't jump when they jump, because like the crowd's like this, they'll react way before you even get to your punch because they're just happy. Any bar they hear, any type of wittiness they hear, they want to react, especially early in the game with that Lady Flames battle. But if you just rap over that, those little reactions that they're making, because you can rap over the crowd, you just can't rap over a crowd that's too loud. So if they get starting getting too loud, then of course stop rapping. But if they only give you a little reaction that you can rap over, and to not mess up your momentum or your own, for you can get to the bar, just rap over it. They'll be quiet. Trust me, they want to hear you.
Are easy to block. They kind of just quick like examples. Yeah, they just hold it down, y'all, and they just kind of jump into it.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of the bits do it, but
it's amazing to watch them do it though. It actually. When you see the crowd actually decrease the volume, it's like, wow, man, like this guy actually controlled the shit. Like,
which battle should I watch? I only seen 2 battles, so out of the 4 I missed, which one y'all think I should watch first? I think I want to watch a battle tonight. Hold on. Yeah, I think I might go check one.
You know what? As weird as Yoshi and Clips was, there's moments in that where I feel you're gonna appreciate what's going on. Like, I wouldn't say the first battle to watch, but that's definitely like on the list. Vixen Rock is nice. Because 2 weeks prep. They both had 2 weeks prep. That was very impressive. Salute to both of them. That was crazy. That looked like a battle that they planned for a while.
Tay-Rock and Vixen is debatable. It's very
I
debatable.
know Rock got that third. That's the only round I heard. I'm like, dang, yeah, Rock got this one. That's the only round I heard. But I'm definitely gonna say, yeah, maybe that. Maybe, yeah.
Bro, not to cut you off, but I find sometimes because of the surf situation, like when battle rappers have to like adjust to a quick situation, you can kind of hear it in the bars, like, oh shit, this is a quick battle, quick notice. I didn't feel that vibe from Tay-Rock and Dixon tonight. I heard like they studied their shit, they fucking went over it, you know what I mean? Like, salute to that. 2 weeks. What?
So DNA was just rambling. DNA was just rambling in the official battle. I don't know, man. You gotta keep up with DNA. He usually don't rumble. He talking about.
I think
you gotta keep up with him.
He was chilling with the crowd today. I feel like he was really enjoying the crowd. He's looking at them crazy with the cross eyes, and when the both eyes looking both ways. He's owned. Official has some endurance problems, bro. Second,
y'all stay tuned.
Midway, second,
y'all
and third.
Subscribe. We're gonna end up watching all of them back. We got the footage. We're gonna play them back for sure.
Sure.
We're gonna play them back for sure. I'll probably watch one of them tonight. Matter of fact, I definitely gotta watch it. Salute to the game. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Better Rappers Life. We see everything. Y'all see A game, man. Holler at us, man. 2-1 either way. Mm-hmm. I gotta get you on first watch. The gang got jazz. I'm